Rugby Park Kilmarnock is home to one of the most progressive clubs in Scotland. A Tennent Scottish Cup win 2 seasons ago, followed up by a 4th place finish and qualification for the UEFA Cup last term, have put Kilmarnock firmly back on the map. Inside Scottish football has come here in advance of their first live appearance on Sky this season, when they travel to play Aberdeen on Sunday. And we'll also look back on a big weekend in the Scottish Premier League. This week, Davy Provan talks to Bobby Williamson, the Kilmarnock manager who's just been handed a 5-year contract. Back on previous Aberdeen-Kilmarnock clashes. Williamson, the man at the centre of the resurgence of Kilmarnock. And all the goals from...
Ian Gerrard's accuracy from set pieces gave Motherwell some early problems. Dylan Kerr first to threaten here. The former Rangers midfielder's next corner had Miko Cavan under pressure, but the Motherwell keeper got down at the post to deny Martin Baker. Durant's next contribution was to put Ali Mitchell through, but Jamie McGowan's tackle saved the day for Motherwell. McGowan then decided to take the ball for a walk and was almost punished by Jerome Varai. With the match still goalless late in the game, Bobby Williamson introduced Ali McCoist for Varai, and it was his pass to Durant that was to cause the next moment of controversy. Tumbled here by Stevie McMillan, referee Jim Herold first gave a penalty, and it was only after some robust persuasion that he changed his mind. The replay shows that Mr. Herold's willingness to do so was a victory for common sense. And there was more bad news for Kilmarnock when Brian McClare caught Martin Baker late. There may have been no malice in the challenge, but it led to Baker being stretchered off. 0-0 it finished at Fir Park.
These are good times at Kilmarnock. The Bobby Williamson era has seen victory in the Tennent Scottish Cup, followed up by qualification for Europe through a 4th place finish in the league last season. In the summer, he persuaded Ian Durant to join up from Rangers, and then he talked Ali McCoist into doing the same thing. Not surprisingly, Williamson has just agreed a 5-year contract with the club that gave him his break in management. He's been talking to Davy Provan.
Bobby, when you finish training on a day like this and consider that you've just signed a 5-year contract, does life get any better for you?
To be fair, this is typical Scottish weather. Absolutely love it. You take this every week. No, it's great. I'm delighted to have got that sorted. We've been talking about it since the summer, and it's great that the board of directors show so much faith in me. But I aim not to let them down and keep doing it to the best of my ability.
Were you surprised they offered you that length of contract, because you still had 18 months of your present agreement to go?
That's right. I spoke to the chairman in the summer, and he was always saying about, let's get your contract sorted out, because when I first took over, I hadn't been tried and tested, and I had a lot to prove, and thankfully the board feel I've proved that I can do the job, and I was surprised with the length of contract. I thought maybe another couple of years on the end of this one, but to get the 5 is great. It can let me go and watch kids and hopefully know that I could be around for them actually breaking into our first team, and that's very pleasing.
You've worked for some pretty high profile managers along the way in your playing career: Ron Saunders, Ron Atkinson, Jock Wallace. Is there a bit of each of them in your managerial style?
I like Big Jock because to be honest, he was great. He was like a father figure, and he knew if you needed any help at all, he would always be there. And I would like to think that I could do that for our players. If anybody's in any trouble at all, they know they can come and chat the door and I could try and help them out, as long as it's not like for money or anything like that. I can maybe give them some advice.
How would you describe your managerial style? Are you a disciplinarian? Because at times when we look at you at Rugby Park, you look as if you're still one of the boys.
That's right. I feel we're going to have a relaxed atmosphere about the place. I don't think I'm a disciplinarian. Maybe that comes with maturity. If you get older, you start to be a bit more heavy-handed with the players. But I know what I like it as being a player and a manager, obviously. And I do like a relaxed atmosphere about the place. It can only make the players play better, and a lot of common sense is used.
Has the introduction of McCoist and Durant helped in that respect? It's not a bad dressing room you have there now.
They're fine. We've always had a good spirit about the camp, and these two have added to it. But I hate listening to people saying about their team, about the spirit they've got. Every club's got spirit, and they've got that kind of harmony about the dressing room. Some better than others, obviously. But no, we've got a good bunch of lads there, very conscientious, and they want to work hard for each other. and they're good pros really.
Let me take you back to the Scottish Cup win and the remarkable scenes that we saw in Kilmarnock Town Centre that night when you brought the cup back. Do you think you'll ever be able to better that, regardless of what you achieve now?
I think we need to win it again, David, to get these scenes back, and I think it is a hard act to follow really, but it was tremendous, and it was great for all the people of the place. There's old guys still come down and watch his training, 60 odd, and they've never seen Kilmarnock win anything basically. Well, they've seen them win the championship, they hadn't seen them win the cup. And it was great for these guys, knowing that they've actually seen that now. And hopefully we can do it again. We hope it's not one off, but it was great while it lasted, and there's something to aim for again.
Would it be too fanciful to suggest that Kilmarnock would ever win the league title again?
Yeah, that's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. Most clubs, Rangers, Celtic, obviously with the money they're spending, they're always going to be up there. If they see themselves in any bother at all, they can get and spend a few millions and still and get going again. I think we've all got to try and achieve it. I mean, we've all got dreams, that's why we're in this game, and we'd like to achieve them, but we don't get above our station at Kilmarnock. We don't say we're going to do this or do that. We go out, we do our best each game, and we'll see where we end up at the end of the season.
So you've signed a 5-year contract just now, but the way things are going for you, there may come a time where a bigger club may come in for you. Is that something that you would have to consider?
It's hypothetical, and hopefully it's far off. I love my time at Kilmarnock, and hope it's going to be a long one. As I said, in Scotland anyway, I feel it's a great club. We've got a good standing, great board directors, great supporters, everything about the place I really enjoy coming in, working there day in, day out. A great background team as well, and I can see that day far away.
It's Aberdeen Kilmarnock live this Sunday. The Dons have the better overall Premier League record, winning 20 times in this fixture to Kilmarnock's 10. And in games played at Pittodrie, again Aberdeen come out strongly on top. Aberdeen have won 12 times to Kilmarnock's 4. So Bobby Williamson and his men would welcome a victory in Sunday's live match to help redress the balance. Goals are usually assured in this fixture. Back in December 1995, the Dons ran out 4-1 winners. Joe Miller scored first. But Kilmarnock fought back, and Paul Wright equalised. It was to be Joe Miller's night. He got a second. And he went on to get his hat-trick. Dean Windass finished off the scoring. Two seasons ago, the Dons scored 3 without reply. Kumbuati got the first. Then a Billy Dodds double. Two goals from him, and Aberdeen comfortable winners. In August last year, this one ended goalless.
There's a header off the bar! Brian O'Neill's header cannoning back off the crossbar. It has been on the chance! Aberdeen saved by the crossbar, and the Frenchman almost an instant hero.
That's it from Inside Scottish Football for this week. Join us at Pittodrie on Sunday for our next live match from the Scottish Premier League. Aberdeen against Kilmarnock is on Sky Sports 3 at the usual time of 6 o'clock. And we're back next Tuesday at 6:30 on Sky Sports 1 with Inside Scottish Football. So, until Sunday at Pittodrie, it's bye for now.